G'day guys, Josh here. Just had the idea to make some videos of when I do all things good. Hopefully it will pressure me to do more things good and maybe teach some of you to do some things good. Not that you don't already do things good, because you are very good. We're all good. It's all good. Anyway. I've had the first idea, and that's to build a veggie box. Thought that could be a good one to start on, since I was already doing it, and that's how I came up with the idea to make the videos. So, I'm beginning the process. So I've started by going onto my MacBook and typing up some notes, and then I just proceeded to get just an empty diary, and on the front it's got Buddha, so you know, it's not vital in the process to have Buddha on the front of your diary, but it will bring you good luck forever. Anyway, so I've started jotting down some things, and they can one day become things. Now I'm going to continue to jot down some things. So it's about time to start the building process. It's really important in life when doing anything that we feel connected to what we're doing. We really feel at one with our passion. Helping to achieve this feeling is rule number one: uniform. Now today we're going to be building a veggie patch. So first off, of course, flannel. Doesn't matter what colour the flannel is, as long as they've got checks on them, it's fine. Next is to go over the flannel jumper. Now, you might think it's silly to wear two flannels, but sometimes. Next we've got a pair of own work boots. They'll keep you sturdy. And gloves. Gloves are very good. Help to keep away blisters. So finally made it outside, and it's about time to start building. Today we'll be using pallets to make our wood. Pallets are a great source of material because they're free. Plus you can tell others that you've been recycling. It's like a circle. Recycling. Pallets can be found at your local hardware. They'll probably be throwing them out. You can just go in and ask them if you can take a couple off their hands, and they'll say yes. To take apart your pallets, you'll need a hammer and some form of wedge tool or a crowbar, or a friend, thank you Pat, who has these tools. When taking apart your pallets, make sure you've got a lot of patience. I did it yesterday, it took a while. You basically want to get your wedging tool, place it in there, and then you're going to hammer that in, and you're going to do that a lot more times until that is not attached to that, and that is not attached to that. Then you'll wind up with something like this. Easy. Alright, once you've taken your pallets apart, look for ones that are of similar length. You might need to do some cutting. You want to get the same length and the same width. So, that one took 4 planks. That one took 3, because those ones were wider than those ones. Use as many planks as you need. That's going to be a side, another side, and it's going to be your base. What I'll do next is I'll take these guys and I'll use them as legs. You're going to take these, which did come on the pallets. They're just a bit sturdier, you can see. And yesterday I measured that one. I thought that seemed like a decent leg. That will come down from there. So we'll need 4 of these. Choose the length for yourself, because you know the length is up to you. You can decide how tall your veggie box is, but you'll need 4 of them, and you want them to be the same. I'll measure up some of these and then come back to you. Can't do a project without music. It's really important to make your soul happy whenever you're doing anything. Take the one that you've already measured and just use that one to measure your other ones. Pencil. Hello, Joel.
I bought a chewable multivitamin, like everyday morning vitamin.
Yeah, once you've measured up, tick the side you do want, and then you'll remember. And then go ahead and start cutting. Phone died. Protective eyewear, a must. Get cutting. I advise getting better sawhorses. All legs. Put them somewhere else for now. After you've cut your legs, you want to get some more planks. These are going to be your other sides. Got the faces, 2 faces, 1 base, 4 legs, and now we've got to create the sides. I'll run it this way, like that, and that one on top. I'm going to use 3 of them. Just got to measure so that it's the same width. Now we're going to need 2 sides, obviously. One for this end, one for that end. Alright, so I've got my face here. I've got my sides ready to cut here. Grab my clamps. clamp this guy on here, ready for a cut. Alright, now you've got face, face, base, sides, and your legs somewhere over there. The next step is going to be to attach your legs to your two faces. We're going to attach the legs like so. So what you want to do is make sure that all your boards are in nice and tight. They line up at the ends, and sit your leg in there ready to go. Just thinking about how I'm actually going to do this. It's very important when doing projects to go on YouTube and see what the best way to do it is. Alright, I think I know now. I'll attach the legs like so, and then after I'll attach the sides like so. Let's attach the legs. You will need a drill, if you're lucky, a second drill, packet of screws, drill some holes, screw some screws. There is one face. Appears that I've made the prettiest side the inside, but that's okay. It's not all about looks. Very important. Very, very important. A great social project. Second side. Sorry, second face. What I want is to put these sides onto this face. The way that I'll do it is I'll put a screw through this piece into this support beam. The other part that we need to figure out is to attach these together so that they don't fall apart. What I can do, screw that there, there and there. I've misjudged. What I need to do is cut this piece so that I have room to fit it in there. It's always the little things that take a long time. Always seem to just sort of, you know, yeah. Anyway, it's alright. You have fun doing these little things. Hey. And again, one side. That should fit snug like that. Yay. Happy days, happy days. Now what we want to do is attach our sides to our face. We'll do that using screws. Put screws here and here, and if I feel like it, maybe here. It should look like so. So, might be able to make a bit more sense now. You got your face with your legs, and then your side. So it's coming together a little bit now. Might be able to really make sense of what's been going on, even though I really cannot. Attach the other side. Now we'll get our other face. Should fit in fairly snug. Now we're going to screw just the same. in the ends here so that that can be joined. Alrighty, now we've got essentially a planter box, veggie box, whatever you want to call it, minus the base. However, our base is just over here, and I'll show you how to put that in right after lunch. Very hot tea. Unfinished lunch was good. Next is attaching the final piece, which is the base. I'm going to have to attach these pieces. So, I just found this piece. Just going to measure. Doesn't have to be fancy. This isn't going to be seen. Then I'm going to cut this piece. Put a screw through each plank. Alrighty. Now your 3 pieces have become 1 piece. That's your base. It really looks too big. There is no possibility that this is going to fit. I'm going to cut my base. My veggie box is now going to be slightly smaller than what I'd expected. That's okay. Smaller in width. We want enough space in between each seed in width. So I guess I'm just justifying right now, to be honest. Let's see, the new base. Oh, she looks good. She looks very, very good. Now we've got our box sitting on top of our new base because I have to make it a new one, which is always fun. You don't want to know what's going to be happening. You have to have no expectations. So, what I'll do now is I'll trace around the legs on the base, because then I'll cut those ones out and then it will pop in through like that. Okay, I've made all the cuts around the legs, and now what it comes off is something like that. So that hopefully it will fit. Alright, that's going to fit. Now we need to make a way for it to sit in here. Nice and snug. I'm going to need more screws for the rails, so off I go to the hardware store. Let's go to the hardware. Now there are 2 main things to know when you go into the hardware store. The first thing is, if you have the option, always drive a Holden or a Ford. Either one of those 2 will do. No preference either way. I personally am going in the Holden. That's up to you. The other thing to know when going to a hardware is always pretend like you know exactly what you're talking about. Alright? Always. So the final thing to remember when you go to your hardware store is make sure that you be nice to the workers. Just F is for sure a nice guy, and you don't know what's going on for his day. Yeah. Cool. I'm back from the hardware, got my screws, and now I was just thinking of a way that I'll attach this base. It will fit in there quite snug, like that. My idea was to put braces like so. So I'm going to cut some pieces to that length, but exactly so that I can attach it from the sides rather than from the bottom. I digress. Hey Harry! What up, dog? So spicy. Hello! Hey! Alrighty, all sides are done. Now the support beams are in place. And if Harry wants to hold this video camera, like the lovely
Harry will hold
person
the
he
video
is,
camera.
we'll try and put it in the base. Fits in snug. But there's holes at the ends, so I'll just have to cover them up. But I'll do that in my own time. So the veggie box is completed. Should we have a look? Put some extra wedges in at the end, just so it's a little bit more airtight, so that no soil will drop out of the bottom. Considering all materials minus the screws were free, I think it's a pretty good job. I feel pretty great after doing it. Gonna be growing some veggies soon enough. You know what happens after you grow veggies? You eat them. Veggies are good for you. Very good. Anyway, I better clean up, return the tools, and keep doing more things good. Keep up the good work. I'm sure you will.